I hope this process has been easy for you. I hope it looks the way that you like it. It's not gonna be like mine, so don't worry. No one's looks the same ever. And that's the beauty about being an artist, because you get to be creative, and no matter what you make, it's yours. You get to die knowing that you created something with your bare hands. In part 2, we are going to create roses. I decided to change the perspective of my screen so it's easier for you to see my brush and the exact stroke that I am doing to create those petals. From part 1, I decided to continue on. I was having some fun. I added some abstracts, some leaves, and wanted to give a great reference to the roses that we are creating today. Now let's create our palette. I'm putting the acrylic paint next to each other to make the faded shadowing between both colors. I have a salmon titanium white, some pink blossom, more titanium white, some more salmon, and some of that Sunbright Yellow. For the leaves, we have sage and olive green. I find the most effective brush to create roses is that wide, flat, square brush. Let's take our brush and put it directly in the middle between the salmon and the white. Pulling our brush down. You can also carry it onto another part of your palette so you don't have too much paint and you still are creating that blend. And you want it on both sides of your brush, taking your brush one way down and then the same way up. You want to make sure that the titanium white is on the bottom. Let's map out our rose. Maybe we want one in the top right corner. So I'm making a couple marks with my brush to show the outline of each petal. This is a great way to start your foundation of your rose. And taking the brush, I am going up and down while bringing it across. And also bringing my brush sideways and back. So you're kind of using every type of motion here until you reach the second end of that petal. It may take some time and some practice. If you would like to practice this on another sheet multiple times until you get that motion of your wrist. Sometimes you have to go over it. You can start off by just taking it around while moving your wrist up and down, just a tad, creating those pigments that you see in each rose. Let's try it again on the next petal. Making sure my white is on the inside, bringing my brush in that motion up and down until eventually meeting the other side of my petal. I love reapplying paint, making it stand out. I think it's important that each petal, especially for the ones on your base, have that nice look and foundation. You can truly see the blend between the salmon and the white. And to be honest, the first time I ever painted a rose, I actually painted 20 before that. 20 roses that weren't actually roses. I don't exactly know what they were, but they were blobs. I definitely wouldn't give up until I was looking down at something that looked relatively close to a rose. And up until now, maybe I could do a better rose, but that's why it's important to use this process as a learning process and over time build your own skills. So as you can see, I am overlapping my next layer of petals. I'm going diagonal, making sure that I overlap one of the petals and bringing it around to overlap another petal. Now that you have all of your petals, you're going to make the midpoint, starting with the white part of your brush on the top and just forming that circular motion. And there you have it. Let's make some leaves. On my brush, I have the sage and the olive green, similar to the way we started with our roses. And I am forming an obtuse angle with a straight line down the middle, giving myself the size and direction that I want my leaf to go. And starting with that one end, in that motion, blending the two colors together, bringing it around. And once I reach to that 3/4 mark, I am curving it in to that point. Some people love to use a slant brush, completely up to you. Let's do the same thing on the other side, making that beautiful leaf that always looks so good next to a rose. And there you have it, your wonderful leaf that is more realistic than just your average leaf. I hope you learned something today and can bring this with you for your future paintings. If you stay tuned, I am going to do some more fun leaves and some shading. Thank you so much for being a part of this Valentine's Day tutorial. I hope you have a wonderful week, and can't wait to see you at the next one.